I'm so excited to be here with this impressive lineup of people, and I'm very excited to go first, so bear with me. You're gonna hear a lot of really fun and exciting talks tonight, but I would like to start us off actually in a really serious space. So I'm gonna tell you a bit about myself. I was born in the UK, and my family moved us to California when I was a little kid, and we didn't bring a lot of things with us, but one thing we did bring was this incredible book called How to Survive. It wasn't this book, but it was something just like this. The book was full of all these amazing stories of crazy disasters, like planes falling out of the sky and buildings burning, and amazing tips for how you could survive these scenarios. But one thing that always stood out to me, even as a 7-year-old kid, was how absolutely devastating it would be if you ever had to go face to face with an ostrich. The book made it really clear that you were not going to survive this outcome. Sure, you could jump out of a burning building, but if you had to face an ostrich, you were a goner. I know what you're thinking. How could this dopey little bird, who is famous for burying its head in the sand, which is a myth, by the way, that lives in Africa, possibly be a threat to me? Well, it turns out, my friends, as of 2021, about 1/3 of the world's ostrich population lives right here in the United States. That's about 50,000 ostriches across 3,500 industrial and private farms. So they are right here in our backyard. Something you might not know, one of the most famous ostrich attacks that has happened to the very one and only Johnny Cash on his farm in Tennessee. His pet ostrich Waldo nearly eviscerated him one day, and he actually credits his survival for a giant belt buckle he happened to be wearing that day, otherwise he would have been a goner. So how does the ostrich stack up to other animals on the food chain? Well, they're certainly not the worst, but when you compare them to other known killers like sharks and bears and alligators, they are more deadly, killing 7 to 10 humans per year. So what makes these creatures so formidable? Well, the average adult ostrich is between 7 and 9 feet tall and weighs between 220 and 320 pounds. They are large creatures, the largest bird on the planet. They are also incredibly fast. They're the fastest bipedal land animal on the planet, with top speeds of 40 to 45 miles an hour. To put that in perspective, cheetahs can run about 70, lions can do top speeds of 50, you and I can probably run 6 to 8 miles an hour if we're really fit. You've heard of angry birds. This is an angry bird. It is a territorial, aggressive bird, and it happens to hate people. So if you come face to face with this bird, it is coming after you, and it does not like to give up once it's marked you as its enemy. So here's the scenario. You're walking down the street one day, minding your own business, and you piss off an ostrich. So let me talk you through some options that might save your life one day. The first thing I want you to remember is to just be calm. It's just a 300-pound, 9-foot-tall turkeyzilla with razor-sharp talons that wants to eviscerate you. You're going to be totally fine. So you have a few options. Option 1, your body is going to tell you to run, but your brain is going to remember the math. You cannot outrun this creature. Plus, if you turn your back on an ostrich, it will likely give you a kick so strong it has been known to kill a lion. If you get that kick, you're a goner. Don't run. Option 2, embrace your inner cowardice. Run, hide under a rock, a box, climb up a very tall tree. Do anything you can to evade the eyesight of this creature. But you should be aware that it will stalk you for a long time. It does not like to give up. Option 3, if you happen to be around a nice, cozy thorn bush, dive on in. Take the cuts and scrapes. The chances that the ostrich comes in after you are rare because they want to protect those giant eyeballs on top of their head. So actually, a thorn bush might be a pretty safe bet. Option 4, play dead. Better yet, play ostrich. Bury your head in the sand. Hands behind your neck, face down, protect those important organs. Be prepared to be stood on or sat on while the ostrich tries to peck you to death from behind. Finally, if there's nowhere to run or hide, you're going to be defensive. You're going to try to hit the ostrich in its neck, its legs, or its wings. Consider trying to poke it in the eyes, or even take your shirt off and throw it over the ostrich's head to confuse it for a while you try to escape. So if you ever find yourself in the situation where you have upset an ostrich, I hope that these tips help you survive. But according to this book from my childhood, you probably have better odds jumping out of a burning plane or figuring out how to survive a sinking ship than you do surviving an ostrich attack. That's it.
Hey there, thanks for watching. I'm Brady.
And I'm Firein, and we're the people behind Ignite Talks HQ.
The speaker you just watched was in a race against time.
Every Ignite Talk is 20 slides, and the slides change every 15 seconds, whether you're ready or not, so you gotta keep up.
It's out of control. Could you do this?
We think so. Follow us in the usual places to learn more about how you could give a talk.
And don't forget to subscribe for more Speedy Talks.